Hello, and welcome to another video. Today we have a nice laptop to repair. This is, I think, a Huawei D14 or something like this. Let's see what it does. Let's connect the power cable. So you see it's negotiating the 20 volts, but it's only taking about 30 milliamps. So pressing the power button, absolutely nothing. Nothing. No change. You want to see a change when you press the power button. We don't have any light on the charger, so this is either a BIOS problem or an AC problem. It's not charging. We want to see if this 40 milliamps goes into the battery or where it goes. Now let's open it up. Let me see if I have a screwdriver. Okay, we need some proper tools in here. Okay, so let's open it up. Maybe this one. No, this one, no. Let's open it up, see if we can help this customer. Let's hope it's just a stuck BIOS. Maybe we're lucky, who knows. Okay, so let's open it up. Let's remove this. Okay, so it's out. This is like brine. Yeah. Oh yeah. There's a lot of heat in here. This is not good. This is not good at all. Let's power the thermal camera. Let's plug in the charger. So it's still on 60 now. This coil is getting hot. You see, this doesn't go into the battery. Whoa, this coil. I think it's on the other side. Check this out. So the problem is in here. There are some capacitors in there. They don't look burned. No, I think it's this coil is burning. Okay, I think we have to remove the board. Okay, give me a minute, let me remove the board. Okay, so the board is out. The heat was in here somewhere. Please don't be the easy chip. Oh, well, it's not the easy chip, is it? Please be a capacitor. Check this out. You see this capacitor in here? Ah, you can't see nothing. Now check this out. What's happening here? Okay, so first of all, let's remove this cap. Where is it? Hello, friend, where are you? Here. Okay, let's remove this. You see, this has a friend around. Let's check first for short circuit. So, beeping mode. So if I beep with the ground is beeping, 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 beeping. Okay. So you see, this is the main power rail because you see, this is what's wrong with this tip? Okay, so let's remove this tip. Let's remove this capacitor, and we see if the short is gone or not. The cap doesn't look bad. I'm gonna put some low melt solder. I don't want to use heat in here. Okay, so the cap is out, right? Is the short gone? Please be gone. So the short is gone. We put some extra solder on this poor little cap in here. So let's remove this. Now, before we replacing this cap, let's test it. Now this was easy repair. Let's not precipitate ourselves with easy repairing stuff. We still have, we had to remove the board, which converted the easy repair to not that easy repair. We have some cables stuck under the board. We don't care for that. All we want is to plug in the screen, right? And I want to plug in the battery, and I want to plug in the adapter. Well, you can't see nothing. Now, you see now, we have 1 amp. So if I try now to power it on, oh my God, you will not believe this. We fixed it. Anyway, let's power it off. Let's remove the battery first, because this is such a nice laptop, and it's such in pristine condition. We are going to remove this cap. Now, removing this cap is optional. So where is it? Here. It's optional, but we are still going to do it. So, okay. Now let me grab a cap, and I'll be back. Okay, so in order to find out which cap we need to use, if we have a look in here, you see that we have another cap next to it. Now the cap that we just removed is going to be the same value basically that the one that we took out. So if we measure with this meter the cap that we have next to it, come on. So I have to hold this like this while pressing the button. Man, this is not good. Okay. So it's a capacitor, 191.9 farads. Okay, let's do it again. Are we testing properly here? I'm even testing the right capacitor. So this is the capacitor I need to change. Oh man. Okay, so this is the capacitor, right? So holding this like this, 173. Let me do it again. 173. So just so you see, $173. Just for be sure, let me do it again. 173. Am I holding this right? Okay, so I think we tested pretty thorough. 173. Let me get the capacitors. These are the capacitors. These are resistance. Let's take the board away before we break it. 173. So around 200 farads will be fine. Okay, so I think I'm just gonna take one of these. This is 150. Let's see if it goes flying around. Okay, so we've got the screws from the motherboard in. Let's plug in the battery. Let's connect the adapter. You see, now we have charging light in here. I don't know if you can see. 1.2 amps. Now, if I press the power button, it's starting. Press the power button and hold it. Is it turning up? It's off. Pressing the power button, it's coming on. Okay, so the charging current is very low. Let's check this battery. This battery has 6 volts. Oh yeah, now it's charging fine. 6.9, yeah, it's charging perfect. Okay, now let's remove everything. Let's remove the battery. And now let's replace the thermal paste on the CPU. Okay, so let's get some new paste in. Let's put the heatsink. Okay, now let's put the screw from the heatsink. When you do these screws, you want to just put them in a little bit, put them all 3, 4, whatever they are in this case 3, so we're going to screw all of them halfway. Now slowly we do them all, so the pressure on the CPU, it's uniform, and the paste sits nice and tight under the CPU. Now what else we had? We had this in here, right? No, what was this? Like this, like this. Okay, so this was like this, and then here we have 2 of these bigger white screws. Okay, and then we had this in here. You see, it's got like a little hook in there. Okay, now let's put the Wi-Fi. Let's put this M2 drive. So they put this pad in here, but there's not chip under this thing. Okay. What's the point of putting this pad in here when the chip is in here? Is there a chip on the other side of this M2 drive? There's no chip in there either. Okay, so right, we forgot one screw. We forgot one little tiny cable. Little cable. Where here. You see? You see it. Now this is the backlight cable, so worst case scenario, we don't have any backlight. Now let's put this tape back in here. You see, it's like factory. Now let's put the M2 drive back in. I still don't understand what's the point of having this tape in here, so I'm gonna remove this thermal pad from here. You see, there's nothing under it, and I'm gonna put it on top of the chip. Now I'm going to put the antennas. So we have one. In case you don't remember how they were, you have in here white, black. And now the other one. Now we've got everything back in, right? We have the cable, we have this cable, we have these 2 cables, we have this cable, this one, this one, this one, this one, keyboard, and the other one. Okay, let's plug in the battery. I'm not gonna put the screws from the back just yet. I'm gonna have to test it a little more. Okay, but let's plug in the adapter. And turn the screen around. .6, so it's charging fine. Just came on. Okay, I'm gonna have to edit this because there's customer email in there. Let me turn it off. Now, pay attention on the meter. 3.20 amps. When it turns off, the current will. Okay, let's see. Still charging fine. I see the light from the charging light in here is blinking. I don't know if you can see it. It is blinking. Let's see if we can. Maybe it's not picked up by the camera, but it is blinking fine. So we're gonna just leave it on charge for some time, and we'll check it later, see if it's charged or not. Well, I just realized the microphone was muted. It's still working fine, it's charging fine. What I did notice that is pushing an insane amount of current into the battery. Check this out. Wait, 3.20 watt. Well, now it's normalized a little bit. I like more this. Let's go to 218, 244, 260, 290, 320, 320 amps. Now, it has to be within the limits because in here it says 3.25 amps. Now, this like you've seen before, the coil and the MOSFET are getting insanely hot. And this chip in here, which I think is the PD controller, right? That's why I think they put these thermal parts in here, but it's insane. Anyway, it's charging fine, it's working fine. We're gonna test it a few days couple of days, see if it's working fine. And this is it. So the laptop is charging fine, it's working fine. I don't like that charging coil is getting so hot in the PD controller. Just for my peace of mind and just for the purpose of learning, I'm gonna open it up again and I'm going to remove the cup we just put and leave the other one only and see if it's still getting hot with only one of the original one, because we did use a same capacitor with a voltage rating of 50 volts. So the capacitor, I'm 100% sure that it's not, but I am sure that someone will say in here that we used a smaller size capacitor and that will be the problem. Just so that we rule out that, yeah, let's open it up again. Yeah, we'd rather just work another 1 hour and be sure we've done a good job, then stay thinking that maybe our capacitor is creating this heat. No, it's not. That capacitor is on a main power rail. You see the size of that power rail. But like we said, I rather open it up again. Okay, it's not that big of a deal to open it up. That's okay. We will replace the thermal paste again. Doesn't matter. Okay. Now I like to close this. You see these latches after I remove the cables, because otherwise you might break them. If you leave them up, then you move the board around, you might break them. So you see, you open it, you remove the cable and you close it. Okay, so one. Now don't pull on the cables. If it doesn't come out, don't pull on the cables, right? What you do, you help it with a twist like that. Okay, don't pull on the cable or you break it. Okay, so let's lift slowly just in case we left. Okay, so it's out. Okay, let's have a look. Let's have a look what we have in here. Okay, so this is our cap, and this, you see, this is the main power line, like this, all the way like this. So you see it has a lot of capacitors on it. It has this one. I'm pretty sure that this side is ground. Well, one of the sides is ground, so let's see which one the side is ground. Okay, so this is ground. Then this is ground, and this is plus. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and they didn't put this one in here. See, they skipped this one. So what we have in here, we have this coil in here. So let's remove this capacitor that we put. Okay. And for now, we're not going to put anything. We have plenty capacitors in there. What I want to see for now, I want to see how it behaves Okay, we have plenty caps in there. We don't need another one. Okay, let me turn it off. But what I want to see, okay, now it's off. Exactly like before, 3.2 amps. This coil in here, let's remove this thermal part we put in there. It's insane. (62 degrees) this coil, and this is (57 degrees). This controlling here. Now, it's been designed to work like this because you see in here, this thick pad goes on the MOSFET. Wow, the MOSFETs. Check out the MOSFETs. 60, well, that's okay, 67 degrees. The MOSFETs and the coil are very hot, so this goes on the MOSFET, and you see it's got some copper underneath, and this goes on to the coil. That's the one we put. So they do know that it's getting hot. This is also hot in here, which I don't like it, but it does exactly the same temperature with or without the capacitor. I am going to look for another cap and put in there, but if you have this laptop, keep in mind these coils in here are mad hot. Now I think that it's only now because the battery is very discharged. The battery had like 6 volts or something, and this battery is rated 8.8 volts. So the laptop is pushing a lot of current now into the battery until it picks up a little bit of charge, and then the current will drop and the heat will disappear. That's my theory. Anyway, should we change that capacitor? No, I'm not going to change that capacitor. There's another 6 capacitors on that line. So let's put it back. Before plugging and unplugging cables, remember that you need to remove the battery first. Okay. Let's plug in all the connectors. So now this one, you see, lift it. You lift it and in it goes. Now this fan, okay, the other fan, this went in more. Okay, let's see if this fan works. So if I plug the connector, okay, yeah, it's spinning fine. So let's remove it. Okay, and let's carry on with our thinnies. Now we have to plug in the audio connector. Now let's plug in the okay, let's plug in this Hall sensor. This is in, this is in, this is in. Okay. Now go back to this. Now the big one in here. This one. And I should have another one in here somewhere. Where is the other one? All right. Like we said before, start with one. They usually marked 1, 2, 3. If they're not marked in the order you should start, just start with any of them. It doesn't actually matter. Just don't screw them all the way in. Okay, so you go. Slowly, slowly, make sure you screw all of them in the same time. Now this one. And the M2 drive. So let's see. This cable is in, this cable is in, this cable is in, this fan is in, keyboard, this is in, right? This is it. Yep, this is in. Okay, we have all in. Now we're gonna put the M2 drive, and we're gonna put the screw from the M2 drive. Wait, before we put in the screw on the M2 drive, let's put this tape like it was in here. Okay, now we can put back the battery. And we can put back the, wait, let's do something else. And here we have this, right? So this goes in here, like that. Okay. Okay, so this goes in here like that on the MOSFETs. That's brilliant. Let's put a bigger pad in there. Let's see one of the thick ones. Pad in here. Okay, let's make it nice. Look at this, beautiful. Okay. So this goes in here like this. Put a pad in there as well. Everything connected, right? And now if I turn it on, the light on the keyboard is on. It's working fine. And now if I charge it, is it going to charge? clean it a little bit. 3.2 amps. Insane. Hello. So we are now the next day. I've been charging it and discharging it a couple of times, and it's been working fine. I was right. You see now the charging current is not 3.2 amps anymore, it's 1.2 amps. Now the battery is now about 20%. So once it passes the 20% limit, the current, the charging current goes to like about 1 point something amps. Now 1 point something amps, it's much better than the 4 amps that it used to be. 3.2 I think it was yesterday. So let's have a look. Let's have a look now. So if we plug the meter, let me take the thermal camera now. So we are at 1.18. It's warm, but it's nothing like yesterday. Yesterday was insane. It was like 70 degrees. This coil, the charging coil was 70 degrees, but it was 3.2 amps, and it does says 3.2 amps in here, you see. So it was within the limits, right? So you see it's 1.09 amps, and if we look now, we are 39 degrees. You see this coil in here is 39 degrees, and the chip where the PD controller where we put the thermal part is cold, it's nothing. So if you have this laptop and you wanna have it for a long time, I will recommend not let it discharge under the 20% mark. When you get to the 20%, charge the battery. Otherwise, it's gonna take about 3.4 amps until it gets to 20%, and that will properly kill the laptop. You see now 1.03 is no problem. It's normal. This is decent. 20% charge. Now let's put everything back together. Give me a second to put all the screws back in, and we'll try to power it on, see what happens. Okay, so we got all the screws in. Let's wipe it a little bit in case we left any marks. See, nice and beautiful. And let's press the power button, see what happens. It is coming on. I don't know if you can see the backlight. I'm not going to press any keys because the customer email will come on the screen. But you see now it's got charge. I just say I'm not going to press anything, and I did press it. Anyway, I'm going to have to edit this. If you like the video, please give it a like. I don't know how long this video will be like, because it's about 2 days of filming. so you can skip ahead if you want. If you like the video, please give it a like, subscribe. If you have any comments, any suggestion, please leave them down below in the comments as well, and I'll see you in the next video.